Shri Shukla ji, my colleagues of the Congress Party, friends. Thank you for the invitation to visit the Press Club and address you on matters of current interest. I have a brief opening statement. The Hindi version of my statement has been distributed. I will take about 7 minutes or so to read the statement. After that, I'll be very happy to take questions from you. I have come to Indore at a time when your attention is entirely focused on the elections to the Legislative Assembly. While I shall make a few observations about the elections, I also wish to talk on other subjects because I believe those subjects have great relevance to governance at both the center and the state. First, on the elections to the Vidhan Sabha. According to what I have gathered, there's a growing clamor for a new government and a fresh start in Madhya Pradesh. The BJP has ruled the state for 15 years, 13 of them under Shri Shivraj Singh Chauhan. It is now, for all practical purposes, a one-person government. It has run out of ideas, it has run out of energy, and it cannot take the state to a new level of development. As with many long-running governments, the Shivraj Singh Chauhan government has acquired a lot of baggage that it cannot shed. Nor can his government find answers to the numerous challenges that face the state. For example, Vyapam, farmers' debt burden, unremunerated prices for agricultural produce, declining GSDP growth rate from 14% in 2016-17 to 7.3% in 2017-18, 11.24 lakh people registered with the Employment Bureau at the end of 2016, and only 422 got jobs. High proportion of undernourished children. Anemic children are 68.9%. Underweight children 42.8%. Stunted children 42%. And wasted children 25.8%. And many other unsatisfactory indicators. In the situation in which the state finds itself, a vote for the BJP will be a vote for misgovernance and for the baggage it has acquired in the last 15 years. I would therefore appeal to the people of Madhya Pradesh to vote for the natural alternative party, the Congress Party. November 8 marked the second anniversary of the infamous demonetization. It was an ill-conceived decision that derailed the economy. In the immediate aftermath of demonetization, we witnessed the first-order effects. Millions of jobs were lost. Millions of people were forced to borrow. Thousands of MSMEs were shut down. And over 100 people died while standing in queues. The second-order effects were felt later. GDP growth slowed down from 8.2% in 2015-16 to 6.7% in 2017-18, a decline of 1.5% that we had predicted. Investments slowed down, more projects were stalled, and NPAs ballooned. What we are witnessing today are third-order effects. Large companies under insolvency, banks under prompt corrective action and placed under restraint in lending, NBFCs facing a liquidity crisis, and credit to industry growing at a meager 1.3% year-on-year. By every account, demonetization was a catastrophe. In my view, it was an ingenious, officially blessed money laundering exercise. After the UPA rolled out VAT smoothly in 2014-15, the next logical step was GST. You may recall that I announced GST in the budget speech in February 2006. GST was and is a good idea. Unfortunately, the BJP blocked the GST legislation for nearly 6 years. One of the two state finance ministers who resolutely opposed GST was the then finance minister of Madhya Pradesh. When the BJP came to power, it embraced the idea of GST. However, the GST that it introduced was not GST as is known all over the world. It is the BJP's own distorted version. Everything about the present GST is wrong. Everything about the present GST is wrong. Design, classification of goods and services, multiple rates, high rate of tax, dual control by the center and states, multiple registrations, multiple returns, inefficient GST network, insufficient capacity, absence of provision to file revised returns, non-notification of GSTR2 and GSTR3, nightmare in claiming refund, obnoxious so-called anti-profiteering provision, etc. The worst effect of GST is on micro and small businesses and exporters. The former have been practically wiped out. The latter are reeling under loss of working capital, mounting debt, and threat of coercive action by banks. In my view, the next government of the centre must completely redesign GST and reintroduce a true GST regime that will promote the growth of trade, business and exports. Jobs were destroyed due to demonetization and GST. New jobs are scarce, even for college-educated youth, not to speak of jobs for those who have only completed school or dropped out of school. According to data reported by CMIE a few days ago, the number of people employed has declined from 40.9 crore in June 2017 to 39.7 crore in October 2018. The labour participation rate has fallen from 48% to 42.4%. That means that many unemployed people have given up seeking employment because the situation is hopeless. CMIE has calculated that the unemployment rate touched 6.9% in October 2018, which is the highest rate in 2 years. About 295 lakh people